Hello, and thanks for joining us for B-Sides Pittsburgh 2026 Speaker Series. My name is Justin Leapline, and I'm one of the hosts on the Distilled Security podcast. Today, I have with me Tod Beardsley. Tod, could you introduce yourself and give a little bit about your talk?
Sure, happy to. Hi, Justin. Hi,
Hi.
Distilled Security. I'm Tod Beardsley, as mentioned. I am Vice President of Security Research here at runZero, and I'm headed to Pittsburgh to talk about when vulnerabilities are not vulnerabilities, and put the quotes wherever you like in there. One of those has scare quotes in them.
Interesting. So kind of elaborate there with it. Like, what are you talking about, not vulnerabilities?
So that's the crux of it, right? Like,
Yeah.
so it's a security conference.
Yeah. We all know
And
what vulnerabilities are.
do we though?
Quote,
Do we?
quote.
Because that's the thing, right? Like when you talk about vulnerabilities, especially in like a very nerdy security conference context, unless you probe on it, the default is, oh, you mean CVEs. And I happen to be very involved in the CVE program and the CVE ecosystem. I'm on the CVE board, and so I care a lot, right, about CVEs. But I am here to tell you, and I will be there to tell Pittsburgh. That is not the only thing, obviously, right? Which is, it is a little obvious, but like what I want to do is educate, hopefully, the attendees there of like, it's not just going down a punch list of CVEs and then when you've hit zero, you're good. Like there are tons of things that you have to deal with, which, sucks for security people because, you're never done. But things like end of life systems and how those tends to be sinks of vulnerabilities that are unreported. They don't tend to attract attention from researchers, and they do attract attention from attackers, from real attackers, like criminals and spies and stuff. Things like default credentials, no credentials, things like that. Like a default credential will never get a CVE ID,
Right.
no matter how terrible it is, no matter how 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 it is.
Yeah.
Misconfigure
2026, bang.
Exact. Well, if you have, see, this tells me you haven't changed your password, Justin, because it's summer now. So
I'm getting around to it,
It's summer 2026. So, well, yeah, default and easily guessed credentials never get CVEs in almost all cases. Misconfigurations of the environment, right, is a whole other thing, right? Like lack of segmentation, an illusion of segmentation, air gap networks that aren't really, things like that, right? So like that's kind of where I want to go with the talk. I'm not going to give the whole talk on this show because I want people to come to my talk,
yeah,
Justin.
Exactly. It's just a teaser. Yeah, don't give it all, type of thing.
But that's the notion, right? It's like, when is a vulnerability not a vulnerability, right? Like it's very much a when is a raven like a writing desk style.
Interesting. So what do you hope that, the audience kind of walks away with us here?
So I like B-Sides a lot. And I like B-Sides Pittsburgh in particular, because it does it's a cheaper conference. They tend to be hyper local. And so because of that, they will tend to attract attendees that are maybe earlier in their career, or kids and students, interns, sub 5 years experience, right? Not always, right? Certainly not everyone who goes to B-Sides. But
I have a little gray in my beard, so
a little. Same. I have a little more. But like, this is an audience I want to catch early. So they don't fall into this trap, right? Like of like, oh, well, if it's not a CVE, then I don't care. Or if it doesn't have a CVE, is it even really a vulnerability that I have to deal with? Like, yeah, you do. You kind of do. You have to like pay attention to these kinds of things. So basically I want to like broaden the scope a little bit, for folks that are just entering the space, the career space, by saying like, oh, don't worry. Yes, the number of CVEs is going up and to the right. It is ratcheting up, by tens of thousands every year, and possibly millions, I think, now with the agentic apex predator we call AI.
Right.
But even so, don't worry, there's still more. Wait, there's so much more to deal with. And so that's what I'm hoping to accomplish here.
Awesome. Yeah. And that sounds like an awesome talk. And I think it's really needed for a little bit of background to people to get their head around it. Talk to so many companies about the operational burden of just keeping up every single month with, all the CVEs that are coming out through Rapid7, Tenable, whatever it is. But just keeping in mind that it's like, hey, like not only do you have to patch, but you also have to configure down to a minimum exposure level, which is going to make your life easier at the end of the day if you don't have to worry
Eventually,
about things.
yeah, like the whole name of the game is the state of the news, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So
Try to stay ahead of it, Yeah.
It will make your life easier in that you won't get hacked. It will make your life harder because you have more to deal with.
Yeah. So awesome. Well, kind of a more softer question. What else are you looking forward to from a B-Sides Pittsburgh perspective?
Well, I lived in Pittsburgh for several years, so it's always fun to go back.
Nice.
I have a child who recently moved there
Okay.
for reasons unknown.
So kind of family reunion type
So
of
yeah,
thing.
I'm gonna meet my adult kid out there. I haven't seen him in about a year, so that'd be nice. But yeah, and all the usual, the Permane sandwiches and
right.
going down to the point and doing all the Pittsburgh-y things. I lived in Pittsburgh for several years. I have not once set foot on the incline. I'm hoping to fix that this year.
Oh, okay. Now the question is, which one are you gonna do? You're gonna
Mount
do
Washington.
okay. Well, there's two of them though. There's
This is how out of the loop I am, Justin.
Yeah, there's the one right next to Station Square, and then there's one down a little bit. One's Duquesne, and one's the. Now I'm getting tested here. They're called two different ones.
Okay.
So,
well,
but you could literally go up one and then go across and then go back down.
So I could do both. All right. Yeah, that'll be a goal. That's a goal for sure.
So. All right. Well, thank you, Todd, for taking the time to join us. And sounds like a great talk. Recommend everybody go to this talk and get a better perspective on CVEs and how to handle them. And for the audience and everything, stay tuned. We're doing a number of these with other speakers and hearing the awesome talks that they're having. Take care, everyone.
Later on.